If I was to ask you, what year is it? What would you respond with? Probably, get out of my house, it's family time! To which I would say, this is my house! And then we would both be confused. But if you live in North Korea, you'd probably say 104, considering you've been using the Tuche calendar since 1912. Seems a bit ridiculous though, right? But it hasn't been 2015 years since the beginning of time. It hasn't been 2015 since the beginning of the solar system universe. It hasn't been 2015 years since the beginning of anything except Christianity, really. It's been 2015 years since our old homeboy Jesus has been turning water into wine and curing people of blindness and being a total badass. So why do we use BC and AD and the year of our Lord type whole thing to measure our time? Simply put, Christians had control of Europe for a very long time. These European countries then had control of a really good chunk of the world, and they spread their beliefs, much like smallpox, to the countries they were occupying. So what year is it really then? Early human civilization didn't start until about 7,000 years ago, but some people wouldn't say their crude cities were really civilization. These people wouldn't consider these early civilizations civilization until they began writing and sending crude letters about 3,000 years later. So is it the year 7015? Or 4015? Or do we go back even further to the beginning of humans on Earth? It is believed that 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens began walking around Earth with needs very basic, just surviving, reproducing, the basics. Is 300,015 then? Or do we go back even further? If we go back even further, we can base our time on the creation of Earth itself 3.8 billion years ago. This is what we should be basing our time off of, right? The creation of our planet. But what about simply time? I mean, in my last vlog, I mentioned the creation of the universe and the Big Bang and how I thought it was kind of bullshit, which it kind of is. But let's say it did happen. How old is time then, if we're taking that into account? Currently, the consensus is that 13.82 billion years ago, out of nothing, a thing happened and exploded, and here we are. Yeah. So is it the year 13.82 billion? I don't know. Either way, that's a really long time. Wait, what are we basing our year off of? Oh, God